that last series. So it could be interesting to see how crazy this game gets between those two individuals.
And away they go. Two players who want to get in your face and get aggressive with it. We'll see if they keep up their style. Max gonna get a duel early. Dancing with Death over the container. And Furia want this outside fight. But they've been rebuffed. All right. First foray has been rebuffed. Look at that, though. Ramp's been vacated. And look who's coming to dinner. Fallen settling on into this nice empty space. Buddha, or rather, Wasopeak may find himself worse for the wear as he tries to re-clear. Uh-oh. Lower is compromised. The bomb is headed down.
No one at all is rotating either. No one is close. Other than a vent dive that is likely going to be nullified here. We'll see if DGT can save it. No, not quite looking the right way. I'm going to get Fallen taking way too much space before they even realize what's going on. Out of yard lurk next at bat here. I think getting loud about things is Yuri. Looking for a fight, looking for an exit kill here, and he will find it. He's just not even allowing this retake to start when he is disrupting the entire defense trying to save this round. He picks up the dualies. And I mean, again, you could see 9Z call a save here at this point in time.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really anything to save. There's armor on Max. That's it. That's it. So Max will try and back away. Buddha knows he can't win this round, but one empty frag might make him feel a little bit better about it. Try and take their sets of armor away. And find himself face to face with Yuri's dualies. Don't think any respect's gonna be shown here early on based on that one. And the bomb will be going off, and Furia start off the way we expected. With a dub.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you can tell as well already. You getting some really good pulling on the map right there. Wasopeak, he comes to help out his teammates in the outer yard, but leaves the ramp beside it. But not too many casualties taken. That's one thing for sure. Fury were able to close out that round pretty tidy. But yeah, I mean, like you said here, I think it is going to put a little extra pressure on an individual like Wasopeak, who's going to be maybe playing over towards that ramp room and what he can get away with. Right, he's going to, if he wants to shut down those plays, take some responsibility, get some quick rotates in. Quesarado, eager for a feast right now, and able to take down DGT. We're back with the dualies, but Buddha immediately upgrades off once he gets a chance.
Fortune Molotov. Max definitely can't challenge that with the health that he's got, so ramp has been claimed, and it seems like, well, this might not be the vent dive game, but it is going to be the ramp control game for Furia. Quesarado collecting elsewhere as they try and go for a little, what was that, ramp aggression? Little ramp aggression? Little lobby aggression, rather. And, yeah, I mean, this one's nothing doing. Yuri tagged down. Yuri claimed. An AK found, an AK salvage. That would be huge to take into the next round. But Quesarado is not interested in allowing them to hold on to it. His teammate has been avenged.
Nicely done. Wasopeak looking for an exit of his own. Maybe something to work with here. No, too diligent. I think maybe Fallen might have spotted something out. Not quite. Should soon. There we go. Quickly dismissing Wasopeak's little exit campaign, and we got Furia off to the races here. It is wild. T-side starts here every chance they get, completely disrupting what we usually expect here. Do, but to kick some rocks and keep your hands in your pockets as a save comes through. I mean, there's just no way you can break back into that round.
Chill's just taking A. That was the only player out here. Buddha, gonna be able to get something from heaven. See if he can hang on. Okay, Buddha swinging in. That's the bomb dropped as well. Here's a chance. Try to go for the upper hit. Buddha has proved a thorn in their sides. Not done just yet, though. Quesarado on the smoke fade. Oh, instant execution. Spots Buddha as well. Does he expect Martinez to have slipped through the smoke? That's the big question. He does, but Martinez will win that duel, win that fight. It leaves it to Yuri and Fallen. Yuri's going to work his way around in towards heaven. Huaso Peak seems ready for this, so it should be watched. Fallen waits for his teammate to make contact here. Regardless of what happens, it's well worth Furia going for this hit, making sure they can take something out of their opponent's hands.
And give it a shot. You haven't even taken many casualties so far. If you find a couple kills on your way out, that'd be fantastic. Huaso Peak, though, spotting one. And Martinez collecting on the other. Yuri, last man standing, and also revealed, known.
I do like that decision from Martinez.
Oh boy.
It's not done yet. It's not done yet. This is Yuri, one of the most lethal players in the game, but no, not happening here. I like the decision from Martinez to fight in towards the lobby. You knew the player was isolated. You knew it was your best chance to get the killing blow to avoid them pinching potentially into the mini play. And so 9Z on the board. Big credit to Buddha for that one.
That bailed them out.
Massively so.
Didn't have any real resistance once you lose that initial player on that A side. I thought it was kind of going to be curtains that we were going to see another dominant Furia around, but Buddha comes in and saves the day, which is a great look. A young player here. Art rocking the AWP in this round. Might have had a good spawn for an opening duel, but he gets caught in the corner here. No escape. He's going to have to fight his way out of this one. He lands a tag on the Max somehow. They're just going for shots through the smoke. K-Serrado the same, but they're eating damage in return. As the dust settles here, we'll just maintain the 5v5. Just trading a few bruises.
Art wants this peak. TGT is well positioned to deal with it. Little shin shot here. Oh, the timing actually works out beautifully for Art. Still tagged up, still burned up, but he survives at the very least. Interesting that Art's picking up the op here instead of falling here on this T side. They're going for an upper hit. K-Serrado set up with the utility. They're about to try and explode on this. Yuri's still working his way outside. Duel with Max, that's going to be important. Max collects on that, so that's the first step. But they delete Buddha. Two players here in the defense. It's a decent setup. Once that mini smoke fades, they're in real trouble. And the spam's enough to stall them out.
Oh
Max
my
is just
God.
getting all these kills. Furia.
Oh!
They have been slowed down. They have been stymied. We were wondering whether Max would be able to have the impact in this game. Well, there you go. There's impact in spades.
He's on the board, and he's on the board in a big way, shutting down that A play. Absolutely dominating. 15 HP with all 4 of those kills. Didn't have any health, but still manages to make the best of it. So a fantastic job coming through from Max, and that's a great way to introduce yourself onto the server here. It's a great way to build some confidence to shut down a big gun round like that. Job's not done yet for 9Z, though, as they got to keep on maintaining that success here. Another gun round rolling through for Furia as they call an attack to settle down, keep some stability here. That's a big round. Max showing up on individual front. I thought maybe Fury were going to try and also Peak absolutely shutting it down right there as well. Much better performance coming through from, you know, 2 of the individuals that we didn't really mention too much in that pregame. We're also Peak and Buddha having some big impact rounds, playing a lot more confident. It's good to see because, again, usually these players sometimes can be left into positions where they don't get to shine, but when they've been tested towards this A side a couple of times, they have passed. Also, Peak also confident on these ramp flanks. It's great work. It is going to require all pieces to shut down this dominant Furia squad.
Down squeak they go.
Everyone down secret.
Yeah. It's going to be Max. The only player who can stop them, potentially. Oh, he's got the right idea. Did he hear footstep there? They got the confirmation on this. Are they running it or just... Can't see that boost. Oh, there's the run across. There's the check. Now pressure on. A second player has dropped down. GT come to join him. EGT, rather. And DGT gonna be Johnny on the spot for this one, but 2-1. Uh-oh, they've lost Wasso as well. And Buddha
no.
gone now. It's starting to get chaotic. Max needs to be the hero. The smoke. Fallen has no idea that drops the bomb. 45 seconds. This is still recoverable. Very much so now, as it all falls to Martinez, who's not in a position to be able to do much about it, much less so when Shello hits him upside the head. So Furia, they may have let this half slip, but they are not done just yet.
Yeah, that's a big slip up right there. Not being able to deliver on that defense. And Cello, who they placed their faith in on the side of Furia, he goes full investment. He had no money in reserve right there. But man, oh man, does he make good on that faith that Furia placed into him right there. Going all in and finding 3 kills with the AK that was purchased out. And usually when you have that hero AK, you want to do a little bit of damage. You want to do a little bit of fight. Offer up some sort of ground there. But no, he just takes it a step further and closes it all the way home. And it immediately leads 9Z into a timeout where they want to figure out what just went wrong right there.
Got some fight outside. Yuri trying to take the space, and well, he's got it. Oh, the slip, the smoke, where he leaves the gap. Such a cheeky play.
God.
That's very intentional. We've seen him do it twice now. Leaves just a little gap to slip through by the red box. Oh, they really want this fight. They really want this peak, but it's going to cost them. 2 players down for the count. They were so confident they could get that one. The tunnel visioned in, and now with 2 players down, the bomb's still up in the lobby. The link up might have to be aborted. Tough situation here. The lower players could link all the way up through ramp, but the problem is that window's not broken, so they'll have to give an audio cue of some sort to do so.
There it is. Like a last Wasso peak put on notice. You gotta reposition. Fallen hits the flick. That can let him into the bomb site here. That can let him into B. They've also got Vint cut off here. As Art was making that mission, Yuri's been planting his feet to make sure that they can't rotate in safely. They gotta get Fallen into this lower site. He's still not moving too much.
He's so convinced that someone's
seconds.
going to come lobby, but yeah, he has to move. He might be missing the window here. They need Yuri to hold up now, because if Yuri gets killed, then the 2 players drop down Vent, and this defense gets a lot more difficult.
Oh boy.
He expects the dive. He's correct. He's got the read, but he's not got the kill. Bomb planted. A dangerous situation now. Pogo sticking only gonna keep you safe so long, but Fallen didn't expect a single play. Oh, Art can't land the final shot. A classic Art play, but not brought to fruition. This time a plenty for the defuse, and 9Z will at the very minimum be getting an even scoreline out of this half.
Wow, Martinez clutching up big time right there, doing what he does best. Shutting down in the post plants. Giving his team at least a tie secured, maybe even extras right there. Again, like you had mentioned, just a little bit slow on the re-up. Once Fallen hits that kill, and you got Yuri cutting off these rotations, they let a player get all the way through secret, and Yuri's job is always going to be difficult, right? But when they reveal his position, that's where his job becomes near impossible. See, struggles here. You're definitely feeling the heat. Martinez feeling confident after that clutch. And
A crack.
Nope. No, we're back. We're so back. Okay.
We're so back. We're so back. The only crash is a bullet of Queserado finding Max. And they are down secret. Once more, all this space towards lower. It's going to be DGT trying to come around to adjust to this. And he's actually bringing Wasso with him. So reinforcement of the lower site. But still a difficult defense. Smoke's deployed preemptively, trying to stall this out. There's a minute, though. They have no more util to really work with here. Single flashbang for Wasso. It's going to be difficult to deploy. They're committed.
Such a lovely position from DGT, but he has to show up huge. He's got so much help as well. Wasso Peak standing alongside him, but They eventually do break the setup here. Molly prevents, and there you go. Huaso Peak lines them on up. And now they don't even know about DGT just yet. He has a freebie lined up on a silver platter, falling to take care of business. And not enough that Art can do here. K-Serrato shut down. It'll be 9Z with a lead heading into a break.
We've got a game on our hands here, Cole. 9Z's nuke showing a little bit of backbone here against Furia. And now Furia on the back foot. 2-round lead for 9Z.
Pretty exciting. We're going to get right back to a ramp rush here. Fallen needs to defend. He's doing a lot of damage. Oh, they had a crazy counter flash right there. And now they got the whole team joining up in resistance. That ramp is off limits. And they've got to quickly readjust here. They got to readjust up against an aggressing RT. Continues to press the issue here. Also peak shadow advantage spotted. But Art still wins the duel. And that'll set the tone for the second half. I mean, we said 9Z, they have a lead, but it is still the T side. And they managed to scrape 5 rounds. And again, the CT side was dominant yesterday as well for Furia. They'll be happy with 5. And a pistol as well.
Definitely a pistol at this point. No chance, no way. No casualties either for Furia. Nearly the team ace. Cello couldn't get his piece. But that does even up the scoreline early on. And without a bomb plant here, you'd imagine we're going to have a tie ball game right off rip. So this is what you have to deal with if you're 9
as well.
That helps. Surely does.
Cello locking it in. And then look how easy K-Serrato's job is. And when you're walking into him and you're not looking his way, he is just gonna chew you up, spit you out. As is that first gun round. 9Z, they come in with a little gusto, but they go out with a whimper. Now down again towards Secret. That Molly's gonna do a little bit of damage, but they'll successfully make it at least in the form of Huaso Peak. Quick enough on his feet to also cut off any sort of change up in the defense here. It's made it in time. Huaso Peak already going to be able to shut off any sort of vent dives. So good positioning here from him. Oh, okay, never mind. Art. Oh boy, he's already down. Art. He has no idea.
Oh, he knows. He knows, or he didn't know, and he's just reacting that quick. Either way, same result. But also, there's no one watching ramp. There's no one watching ramp. Huh? Feels like Yuri should have responsibility for this. They trusted the smoke for a long time. This could get a little weird. Okay, it's heard. It's heard. They made noise. They made noise in doing so, so now it's heard. Yuri comes down. You could look at the reposition with the 2 players lower. They go through double doors to make sure they're not going to get overwhelmed. Nice comms. The reposition, the readjustment, the assassination. And another, and another, and Max coming out of the event. Oh my goodness. He's getting a little bit extra cheddar on this. That's going to be all she wrote. No chance for the bomb plant.
Bad. Exits for Max, but again, there's just a bit of chip damage here on the economy. Meanwhile, Furia still stand tall in these 4 rounds, not taking too many casualties. I think they've only died 3 times now in the second half. 1 Glock kill, and those 2 Tech 9 kills, I think, were the only kills that have come through so far. T-side has been a little bit quiet. Back into another full gun round. Cullen taking some initiative, looking for a jump up. He can't stick around in that position for too long, but Martinez will find big number 4 in the half here for 9Z, and this time it's a first kill. It's an opening pick that they need to start off.
All the space outside as a result of it. I mean, they've got options now. If they want to go for the mini wrap, if they want to exert control outside, there's no one watching for it. Or if they just want to rock down Secret. Falling could be pretty exposed to this mini play. Oh, he's in it.
My goodness.
Big trouble. Trusting K-Serrato in a big way. And he's eventually going to get claimed from the Squeaky Peak. Cello's in trouble. Cello's in a lot of trouble. All the timing around this tower. Looking the wrong way at the wrong time. And This one's got to be over. Art on a save, presumably. 9Z on the board here in this second half.
Nice down from Martinez, finds one straight through the smoke. Also peek, also making sure that the last little line of defense and cello doesn't make a big plays. Details here working out. Art, find an exit. Definitely want to hold on to this AWP. Doesn't realize another one. In through ramp, although that molly would give it up. Doesn't matter, misses the shot and getting chased by Max. They're gonna dive down. They're gonna give it their all here, it seems. Maybe not. They'll let the bomb do the work. Oh my god, I thought for sure he was safe, but I forgot.
That bomb radius, don't
Bomb
forgive.
radius.
Map, because there is so much symmetry between the two sides. I think that, I just want more dedicated wingman maps, right? But maps that are built for the 2v2 as opposed to just chopping off one bomb site from a map being like, this is fine. This is fine. Nuke B bomb site definitely isn't an absolute nightmare to take if they know exactly where you're coming through.
The doors or the window that you have to reveal yourself in.
Yeah, literally every choke point to this site is an audio cue. This is fine. Huh? Excuse me? Volvo? I agree that Rialto is a banger. Give me Rialto back. I want Blagai. I'll take a lot of them. Boyard was a banger.
They just need to bring back Iris. That's the big map.
Iris for the 5-on-5 for El Clasico. I'm down with that.
They're cooked up to the other side of 9Z. After going real quick in that last round, they learned their lesson and want to slow it down just a bit here. But some of these pieces work. Max lurking about towards that outer yard, ready to split in towards this A side. And they might be able to spring into action very quickly here. Max is being covered by this op, and he is immediately taken care of here. Meanwhile, Caserado just holds mouse one, trying to defend. But they have kind of discouraged any further aggression in towards this A side.
Cello. Big fight. Wins it. TGT took down his reinforcements, but Yuri's here to make life difficult for them as they try to say take, and Cello slipped in towards Hut. That's a big play. Gives them a little bit of a smoke, kind of works in their favor, but keeps Cello alive. Oh, but maybe not thriving. Art's still down the vent as well. He gets up. Oh, Buddha's so close. I don't think Art reads this. Back off, adjust to the rifle. Buddha hears all these audio cues. A little tough to interpret, but he's still laser focused on what he's doing. Oh, Art knows. Art knows. He knows.
Oh.
He reads that Martinez hasn't slipped off the site either, and he's got the shot. He's got the clutch. The rifle's enough. Never mind. Not doubting Art here because he's performing masterpieces.
Yeah, I mean, again, we were wondering here if, you know, the battle of the IGLs was going to keep up here, if it was going to persist, and if Max was going to be able to bring that same performance here. But right now, Art is showing up, at least in terms of the impact. Dude, big time. Again, I feel like it has to be a lot easier if you split up those roles here between the two. Got Fallen and Art coming through. Both having their say, both having their input. Art on the fragging department here, all throughout this event, has been able to get so much done. Fallen in such a great position already. Just gonna give him a fight, and Fallen able to deal with the pressure right there. Quick on the trigger. Oh, just another dry peek.
Another one.
Another dry peek into the op.
Can't be giving them to him. Can't be giving him the dry peaks. Fallen made a career out of that. At this point, a several decades long career. At least a decade. Well over a decade. Probably not several decades. Although, unless Martinez is going to save, he's backing off. And Furia will find map point. So, there's been some stumbles. 9Z have definitely tested them. Pushed Furia to show another gear, to show another form. But, as we expected from Furia, they had that extra form. They had that extra level. And now, they're on the precipice of closing 9Z's map pick.
Now Art wants to get a little hunting done. And it could be after time. Oh boy. 8 seconds left. I'm more worried about that than Art even going down here. I think he's going to peek a little early. And so, fortunately for Martinez, he goes down with still some cash flow. But that really is grasping for straws when you talk about just getting cash for losing around here as the benefit for 9Z. Second half has looked very dominant. And it could be right back to reality here for these challenging teams trying to test Furia. Furia saying, showing who's boss.
Max making some noise out here. Yuri up by the red box. Looking to check him out like a DVD. Oh, Yuri. Oh, Yuri. Yuri, what you got for us? Yuri, what you got for us? There we go. On board with Yuri. He gets a kill and a half. It's maybe not as cool as it could have been. But he does get some impact. The cello now follows it up. So a man advantage established. They're trying to get outside, but Fallen is exacting his toll. Call him the gatekeeper. Because you gotta pay if you want this real estate. Boot up. Haven't paid the... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, just cancel it all. Cancel it all. Who says, can we replay round?
Run that one back.
Movement a little tough. Fallen dropping down though. He's conceded heaven.
If you want to peek into 3 players in the back of Silo, be my guess is what Fallen says.
Buddha's about it. Max is joining him. They'll play together. A Molotov back Silo could actually make this kind of interesting. Well, that's not where it had to be. And it's not.
This result is going to go any other way than what we've seen from Furia as they make their campaign back into South America. They look to qualify for IEM Dallas. And man, do they look pretty in doing so. They execute into an MTA bomb site. They're going to be fighting ghosts here out of the gates. There's no one here.
Those shots a little high. And Fallen.
Got a flash. Or no,
the bomb a little planted. They have a smoke. Smoking a kid, so a defuse is possible, but a 5-on-5 retake still not an ideal aspect. Okay, 5-on-3, a lot more appealing. Max is doing some serious work here. Yuri trying to body shot his way through, and that's not gonna work out. All right, here we go. Max, an explosive play. And a round 1 by 9Z.
My God, Max just pulls that one back piece by piece right there. Excellent shooting on the side of 9Z. Martinez with the op, able to get away with a whole lot. I think more so than that, though. Furia a little bit disjointed in some of the early plays. We'll see if they can patch that up during this game here, because again, you have a lot of these great pieces for Mirage. You'd think that it would work out for 9Z. You're seeing some of them come through and influence the server here. Martinez off to a hot start with the AWP. You got Max, the excellent pistol round to build some confidence. So, the pathway for Furia so far, it's pretty straightforward. It's on their map pick, but they still got to close it out. They still got to get off to a strong start on this T side here.
Look like this wants to be a B pinch. Up catwalk. Strong positioning for it. No quick rotate either. So it's just these two players on site who are isolated. DGT and Max, though, getting the kills they need. Shutting down this mid presence is... Actually, someone tried to get cheeky up Khan, and this is a little disjointed from Furia. Not as fluid as we were maybe expecting. Because they cut off that cap presence, they seem a little timid to get out of apps, and understandably now, I mean, they're massively outnumbered. Quesarado gonna work on that. Quesarado gonna get to serious work on thinning the herd. But he will be lost. It's all left to Fallen to do the work now. Shots not gonna land. No chance to rechamber another round, and it is a lead continuing to build here for 9Z.
It is. Didn't manage to pick up the hop, which is a little bit unfortunate, but Martinez still plenty of cash flow to get into that. But a 4-0 start, and again, Furia look like they're left scratching their heads in some of these rounds here. Catwalk presence completely shut out. One-pronged approach into that A side. You can see how, or B side rather, and you can see how hard that Quesarado is fighting for this control, but not getting away with it. Ooh, that's a missed Molotov that allow Art to crawl up. And Max, oh, gets a sound cue right there. That's nice. Playing very aggressive versus these pistols. You do not want to give over a 4v5. Start this one off, and now he is in a committed position with no teammates close by.
We very lucky to get away with that one. There was a double swing there. If they were a little more coordinated on it, it would have been a dead man. Instead, the nades answer back, and it's completely unpunished. Man advantage now for 9Z. We know a Furia deco can be dangerous, so finding that early kill makes life a lot easier. Well, what's the plan here? There's a lot of utility to work with for Furia on this round. First smoke's going to be deployed. It's a jungle smoke. Second smoke's a ticket smoke. They're going up con here. They'll have to be wary of the cap player. That seems to be the idea. Double swing through con means that it's not going to work very well. That was the idea. And the execution, not so much.
Easy does it.
Some interesting routing with some of these. Second half underway here, and it is a tied scoreline. 6 rounds to start for 9Z. 6 rounds to close for Furia. So it's safe to say the momentum has gotten away from 9Z. Let's see if they can recover. A pistol round started the whole thing. A second one would go a long way to making life easier. Cello's up in Ninja. Didn't he do this in the last pistol they played against 9Z? Am I crazy?
I think so. I think you're right. I feel like I remember him getting a lot.
I seem to recall this. Let's see if they check. I mean, surely they check.
What is this Art gonna do here with this utility set as well? There's the smokes, there's the execution. Now they scale up. The timing's good here, but Art finally spots it out, and he gets that smoke down. Tries to play forward in it, but immediately goes down. Now, they check.
Okay, they check. They check. You fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. Can't get fooled again. And that, folks, is why it's important to mix up your pistols, especially when you're playing the same team in 2 days on the same map. Just a different pistol, man. Anything else? Well, 9Z will now have won both pistols here on Mirage. It is the ideal setup to potentially snatch their opponent's map pick and make a series of this. Anira is going to die to this bomb.
Yeah,
just to deny them bomb money.
Anybody else?
Yeah, no, he had nothing to save. He gave himself up. Little immolation, self-immolation there.
What if dying to the bomb gave the bomb planter $300? Could be fun.
It's an interesting idea. It's a very interesting idea.
Give the T side more money. They need that, I'm sure. You have a force buy.
That's the real problem with the economy right now, is that the T's don't have enough money relative to the CTs. I think that's what everyone is saying about the balance.
It's the big complaints I'm hearing.
2 scouts.
think that she got. That's a kill.
That is a kill. They both hit headshots. That's 2 kills. The math checks out. Art stays swinging. It just doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop. Cello, that's some nice damage, even though he doesn't get the kill. Problem is you lose Art as well, and now life gets difficult. Quesarado, this might be the most impressive play yet if he could pull it off. But as they've lost control of A, like we said, Quesarado and Yuri, when they're alive, you believe things can happen. Might be some challenging belief. Indeed, it is. Just onto Yuri now. Quesarado and Yuri, rather.
Bomb has been planted.
And first delivery of an AK-47.
Ooh,
Martinez
came with an extra fee.
shakes up the box right there. Ooh.
Oh, uh-oh. Bye-bye, AK. Oh. Uh-oh. You know, I can appreciate the attempt at sharing.
It's a good teammate right there. Good teammate. Unfortunately, those rounds in quickly. A lot quicker than they used to. So, that just goes into the void and get a full eco at 9Z. Gonna beat the record. Last map, very likely. Although I actually can't count these rounds. Like yesterday, Furia were popping off in these sort of rounds, so there are no guarantees in this world. Until Max starts to queue him up here. There's a kill back from Quesarado, but DGT. Gonna use this round to farm some sweet eeks. And even farm some damage on his teammates.
All in pursuit of the eeks. Gotta have the eeks. Gotta be done. DGT will get himself a third. And he'll share just a little bit. Just a little bit to his teammate. Share the wealth. Alright, so if you're 9Z, you've now converted off of both pistols. This is like the ideal scenario to take an MR12 game, right? But you gotta win this gun round. You win this gun round, the carpet is rolled out for you, Cole. The road to domination, to victory, is just in front of you. All it takes is this one next step.
You're absolutely right. They got 6 rounds off of investments, pistols rather, because the force spice came through. But as you put the emphasis on this gun round here, it is Fallen that picks up the first kill. I think he was boosted into apartments, so he just plucks out Buddha on the lurk. A man advantage established here. And continued as Yuri will find one. Finally, Martinez strikes back, catches a jiggle into Quesarado.
Also might be further up than they expect. Here's why Cello always spams the firebox. Because look at where Cello is. He knows what he likes.
It was a thing or two because he's seen a thing or two.
Oh boy. Here we go. Look at Huaso. Look at Huaso peek. This is going to get real interesting on the rotation. Timely Molotov stalls this out. 50 seconds on the clock. Huaso hears them coming around in towards CT. But it's a bait. It's a bait. Fallen is wise to it. The wily fox. So now they know. Now the element of surprise is out of this one. Re-smoke up on towards Khan. Molly does not clear Cello in firebox. He's been here the whole time. They get the kill on Art. But Cello is just waiting for somebody to try and plant that bomb. 20 seconds. Time's getting short. Cello still in here. And now he's struck. And now they know they can't plant. They can't plant this dang bomb until they deal with Cello. The nade, fortunately, will do it for them. Martinez is pulled off on that spam, though. He's so low now. 7, 6, 5. Another run of spam. Might just do it. Oh, he's got the bomb down. Gives Huaso a chance to close this. But he can do no such thing. Big round for Fallen. Double op retrieved. And Furia have survived the first gun round.
Yeah, but they just survived. Just barely hanging on right there. Fallen able to show what he's made of. That round with the rifle work coming through from him. The op started off and then he tosses it over.
Are they going to do it? Or are they going to try and force it? They're going to try and force this issue. They're buying in. They're risking it all. Or is Art just making the sacrifice?
maybe.
Just start.
Buying around the guns, and yeah, they want Quesarado and, or rather, Yuri and Cello on guns in the next, but responsibility on Fallen and Quesarado to try and lift this round up.
It's a tense moment here. Tense moment. Quesarado wants to get aggressive, wants to try and get an early advantage here. Fallen with him. Oh, it's Martinez just on the other side, on the other line. Looking for this exact peak, this exact fight. And Fallen is thinking about giving it to him. Patience shown for the moment. Martinez cracks first, pulls off the angle. They're shifting in towards an A hit. It's decently set up for Art. Ooh, thinking about going into Palace. Timing will be everything here.
Oh my god.
Oh, the dink.
Just about had it.
Not the kill. And now so much pressure on. It's just Yuri here with a P250 as they try and rally around. Oh, they drop in front of him. Yuri, only one. A second might have been enough. A second might have done it. How much do they want to commit? These guns will be valuable to try and fight for overtime. They're out. They're gone. They've pulled the plug. The emergency bail has occurred. Furia are conceding map point on Mirage on their own map pick in this series against 9Z.
Finally, we see Furia bleed a little bit here as well. 9Z get it over and over again. This time, Furia caught in a heavy mid setup. Shelly gonna go down. That's no harm, no foul. But for the rest of this roster here, they gotta figure things out. Got one more timeout that I imagine they're gonna use right here. But we could finally see Furia drop a map here. We could finally see them struggle at the hands of 9Z, who have held in there. Again, they come into these IEM close qualifiers ready to play. They got the job done versus MIBR last time in the grand finals in a 3-map series. They could start this 3rd map. They could get their chance at redemption versus this Furia squad with this round right here. More chances to close. Fallen is down low, and he still dives out towards middle. He still dives through the smoke. You're not a care in this world for Fallen. But he's got to be maybe more cautious. I mean, this is an impossible position to work from.
Is a bit. Molotov to try and force out the fight, and Fallen has won it. Fallen has won it. He's won it, and he's away. So it works out. It pays off. They bet on Fallen, and Fallen rewards them. Quesarado has now taken the next. So this one's starting off well for Furia. Still 9Z. Do not want to give up this A site, but look at the read from Furia. Just about full adjusted. It's just going to be Cello left behind with that all to watch B. Everybody else eyes on this side of the map. Well, there's a fair chunk of utility. There are no smokes. There are no smokes for this one. Not an ideal prospect. Molotov's being deployed.
Oh boy.
Art's positioning poor. Had no idea Wassa was in the angle. And now they might be in trouble. But Quesarado, who else? Looking to bail them out. Only gets one. Back into a 2-on-2. This could be the map. This could be
Yuri.
It's all on Cello. Here's his hero moment. Misses the shot. Hasn't been great with that secondary up, but he'll try. And they're past him into the post-plant scenario. Cello doesn't even have armor behind this. Chose the AWP over it. What's he got? Ooh, not the shot. Back in time to be making some mistakes, to letting things slip, and they can't afford to do that anymore.
Yeah, now they've learned their lesson. Or at least we get to see if they have. Going up against this 3rd map. See what they have in store. Buddha diving maybe through that red room smoke. No, hanging back there. There's a deep smoke thrown in, and no, they will just dive through. Testing Yuri here. Seeing if he's able to show up to the challenge. All a fake, though. They've cut off these rotates right now. There's Cello. That's it on this B side. He does find a good kill to put it into a 4v5, but it's as a sacrifice to the site. He still cuts things off, though, and delivers another one. So a 5v3 now.
That's a kick in the pants for Cello. When he desperately needs. Bomb, they can't deny. But it's all about this retake now. Buddha, the first line of defense. Max behind him. But they can't get the kills. A massacre on the retake. Martinez will finally find one, but smoked off. It just should be little ability for him to do anything to impact this defuse, more so now that he's a goner.
Cello off to a great start right there. That has to be a good feeling for him. A player who was struggling big time over towards Mirage. I mean, as you mentioned here, these are the two maps that 9Z had to go back to the drawing board yesterday and take a look at. Meanwhile, Fury are probably coming into this one expecting similar styles, but 9Z just continue to switch things up. A lot of fast A plays, and another one immediately called out here. That's the only player. That's the only player. Quesarado down. That's the site. And unless you get a couple spam kills through the smoke, you're going to be off to a save. Again.
It kind of looks like it. Desperation from falling on the spam, but no, they're going to concede. They're going to give it up. 9Z. Doing it the hard way here, but getting these kills and now getting this bomb planted. Furia will just continue to try and keep this buy going, to keep it sustained on life support. So a very different look from what we've been seeing from Furia so far, right? This is massive respect now being shown over to this 9Z team. There's no forcing or pushing or charging in. Trying to be very collected on these saves, and what's a different look? Hasn't necessarily worked out so far. They're giving themselves as many cracks at it as they can.
Yeah, which is nice. Always have some sense of firepower in these rounds as long as you're saving like this, but it is kind of a sign of what 9Z are also getting away with. Another fast A play. 3 of which have worked out so far for 9Z. They are finding themselves a fantastic spot where they feel a weak point on Furia's defense. And now they're going to have to patch those holes. Are they going to start to put more players there? 9Z going to be able to read into that in time here. We'll fast out middle this time around, and the mollies and HEs will tick them down. Great start to this defense. Quesarado blinded up. Doesn't matter. He still finds himself another. And they switch it up here, but they run into a brick wall on this Furia defense, and he might just get another tied scoreline.
He can just echolocate you. He's like a bat. Just sense your presence, even if he's flashed up, even if he's blinded. Buddha and Martinez looking for some damage, looking for some sort of an inroad. This is a minute 15. They don't really fancy just sitting on a save, and I can't blame them, especially with how tenuous the Fury economy has been. There's still a big opportunity here. But so far, they've been denied any engagements. They're getting a lot of space towards B, perhaps more than they'd expect, as Furia holds super passive. Shot onto Yuri. This could be a bomb plant. They have to cross the ramp player. The Molotov should allow them the possibility. There's the catch. Oh, okay. I was going to say no one's watching, but Cello managed to snap around and tie the Molotov. Distracted just a bit too much, and Martinez has missed his window to plant. Down he goes. No casualties for Furia. An op retrieved. And a tied scoreline.
Well, that's always the value of saving 4 guns right there. It's not much of a save ever. Yeah, 9Z have had no relief in these rounds here. They've had to win it always the hard way. Always up against rifles in some form or fashion. They were able to, again, scrape a big mid defense down. 9Z, they've had success over towards that A side here, but they're struggling to work elsewhere on the map. You're going to have to be able to take all sides here, especially if Furia come through and reinforce that A side eventually. I'm sure they will. So far, no answers just yet elsewhere. Man, this dominant control once again being established. They take this B side ground. Here we go again. Maybe another walkout with the palm. Send Buddha in. He might have been deterred by that HE. Definitely deterred by that smoke. 9Z, they really don't get much early. Just left behind this set over and over again. Into another slow crawl.
Seems like it's going to be an approach towards middle. Problem is that Yuri is creeping ever closer to the window, so this could be a tough fight. He is certainly one tough customer. Player spotted, but not eager to give up the kill. He's going to concede ground. So they've gained mid. 45 seconds. This is tough for the A players. Fallen wants to be cautious about getting wrapped from red room, so he's not going to be in key position to respond. That's why they've shifted in towards donut. If they can just hold on to that, even if they have to give up the site, they can keep the numbers, they can keep control of donut. It's a great chance for the retake. Ball pulls off the mid. Yuri has to get active. He's caught, but oh no, they're losing the A-site defenders. Art under pressure, knows he's getting pinched. No chance there. And what a shot. What was Fallen looking at? Spooked by his own teammates' footsteps, I think. Cello now just trying to retrieve the gun and get out of there, but he'll be able to do no such thing. It's a team ace for 9Z. That's a brilliant round.
I mean, they just got to keep on testing this A side. The defense is just not rolling through there. 9Z are able to crack open at every seam. Perfectly timed aggression. That push and pull of attention coming through there from Donut. There was no safe place for Furia to stand. And this timeout almost certainly has to be, guys, what are we doing on this A side? We got to figure this out ASAP. Another force spy is going to be called out as well from Furia. I feel like they want to keep this back and forth rolling. And Art can afford an op. But this is shocking to say the least here. This squad has no answers for 9Z's executes. This time it's a little bit slower. It's not at off spawn. Ballin doesn't have armor. He bought utility. He's playing glass stapler.
Glass stapler? Sure. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Glass nail gun. In action. Not exactly orthodox, but when Yuri just brains somebody through the smoke, why not? Makes life a little easier. Fallen, mostly looking to be a utility mule here. Domina's first molly. Just trying to stall them out. Oh, those nades hurt when you don't have armor. Those nades hurt. But the problem is, look at where the bomb is. Look at where the bomb is. They lost 2 players. The bomb's got to be retrieved. Max is going to do that. But Furia has so much control outside of B.
I mean, this worry for Fallen gets lessened with the fact that his teammates have put it already into a 5v3. Already a good position for himself. They've got the double up, and they're going to have to test these 2 MP9s. One of them without armor and on half HP could easily just be broken down, but maybe that's where Art can thrive. We'll see what he's got.
Oh. Artic and Fallen! A 2-piece! Who needs armor? Just don't let them shoot back! Unarmored glass cannon MP9 and Fallen still gets 2 kills. What's your excuse?
There's no way it works out. Martinez is gonna give him something
He might get clocked.
to think about on the way out, but yeah, he's chased. And it's after time. No, just about. Seal it. That's an incredible round, though. What a save from Fallen right there. He prioritizes the utility. What a team player right there. He makes sure that he can at least delay them for his other teammates to find success elsewhere. Keeps that A play shut down. Finally, that's been a thorn in their side. They've never been able to hold off on that A side defense. And yet, finally, it's Fallen that does it. And he does it with an MP9 and no armor.
Timeout used by 9Z. Would really like to get something more out of it. 6 rounds is already something to build on, but we've seen Furia run back a 6-round half. Let's see. Now Fallen's got the big gun. Now they got all the rifles, so life gets more difficult. Let's see if Furia stays bold. Teammate aggression has rewarded them. That's a nice nade. The Molotov to follow it up. Martinez down below half early on. We got A main aggression this time. Queserado's been put in a position. And they're going to let him work. I was like, work and cook. Blended into one word.
I like it. Oh, I like that as well.
All right, Chef
Sure,
Art
Art does. Just keeps on tossing some shots down range, and a lot of those right onto the head of Buddha. And now Queserado pulls the pin on this flank. It's a bold call to making this 4v5, but I tell you what, it's going to win you this round if you play your cards right. But the one caveat right now is his position for Max. He could be the hero. There's Queserado spotted out on his flank. So he has to tuck tail and return. Donut now is taken here. I mean, Max is making so many great moves here.
Art's being watched. Art's on the other side of this. Art's ready. And it's not the angle you would typically check. Don't think this flashbang catches him. Max is thinking, how much of this rune do I get? And, well, there's the answer. Not enough. Not enough to be the difference maker. Fallen takes out the ramp player. It's all about this cave thrust, which Yuri is positioned to shut down.
Oh my god.
Huaso slipped past him, though. But there's no time. There's no time. 15 seconds. They have no idea.
Here we go.
He needs both. He knows he needs both. Fallen's backing into him. You gotta get the kill now. You gotta go now. And there's just not enough time.
Oh, they're gonna chase him after time as well. He throws the hop out. He's defenseless. Defenseless.
Oh boy. At least he'll force them to reinvest into that AWP, but he gets nothing out of it.
It's the last round. He's got $350.
Man's clocked, and he knows it. I like getting rid of the op, though. I like that. It's something at least. I mean, they can reinvest. It's not going to actually make a difference. It's just a nice detail. Might mean Yuri has like one less nade. I think that's the only impact.
He only has one smoke and a Glock. Fortunately for him. And he already used that smoke, so nothing. He's playing a pistol round. His opponents got every last tool at their disposal. They're going to try and end it towards B. So many A plays called out from 9Z. Try and wrap this half up in a bow. A B play. They got to wait the smokes out. They got to wait the utility once again. Seen this before.
Molly here would just ruin their day. The smoke instead. This one they might go through. They're going to flashbangs on Shallow right up in the mix, in the blender, and he's the one blending. It all falls to Buddha to try and keep them off of a tied scoreline here at this half. But he is corralled on in. This smoke ain't gonna make that much of a difference. The kill certainly will. But they don't need to deny the bomb. They know that. They need the round, and Yuri will secure it.
Bomb to win the pistol.
Yeah, we did. Double molly on the bomb. Yeah. From back at like ramp.
Yeah, so maybe, I mean, that's what I imagine these three mollies are going to be used for. They drop it.
Let's see.
Might get a test or tell.
Let's see. Yeah, I think it could be. Yeah, the Molotovs, at least one of them is out of hands right now. Here comes the hit. We'll see if they leave the bomb behind. Of course, it doesn't work if you don't take the site in the first place. And actually, well, at least one of the mollies has actually been spent, so it hasn't been dropped behind. Ooh. Bomb was trying to be planted, but it's denied. And none of this works if you can't plant the bomb. DGT says, oh, you're trying to plant open on me? On me? Hello? Oh. We know. We are familiar with your game, and their game is not going to work at all. Total denial from 9Z.
Like you said, that on 9Z. Well, distribution here, it really goes to show how much saving we saw in that first half. No one really skyrocketing in this match, but that's just as a result of what's been given to them. A lot of rounds won where 4 players are alive on Furia. But Art, down low, 10 HP to start this campaign. At least Queserado managed to work some magic onto DGT, taking care of his counterpart. Max still wins that duel. This guy is an absolute king with the MP9. You get a gun in his hands here, you get that SMG, and he just managed to make it work somehow.
Just delivers. Just keeps delivering. Cello will be left behind at B main. They're going to try and threaten A. Mid presence might be a problem, but oh, look at this. Wasso's coming in to clear. Does he check cubby? All about timing here. Cello's caught, so they've cleaned this out. Now they're realizing, well, that was just the lurk. Time to get active. Time to get moving. Pressure on for Buddha in the meantime. Would love a smoker or a Molotov right now to just stall them out a little bit. It is Wasso wants to come back around, but okay, the best way to stall them out is to shoot them. They can't move. They're dead. That's what Buddha says. And Wasso agrees. More points of evidence. Bomb drop down, flank developing through A main. Que Serrano. There's a timer on this, and it's not just the 30 seconds on the top of the board. It's all about Max's flank here. Oh, never expected the hit to come from this side, but Max will find his second kill of the round, and 9Z have double digits. And not just that, Cole, but once again, they've denied the bomb going down.
I mean, they could just coast to a finish line here. You're obviously going to be dealing with a pretty big half buy from Furia. They're going to be coming through with some energy right now. It's not going to be much missing here in their department. As you can see, they'll give us a little bit of flair, but there hasn't even been many kills in this second half for us to talk about. Furia haven't even been doing that much in these T-side rounds. And 9Z are getting close to their qualification. If you can't stop them, if you can't do some damage, put a scare into the squad, what are you to do here? Art might have spotted something, but this double up is good. There's some vision, there's some something. Well, the reload treat here, but it's still not capitalized on. He still can't find Max. Max, he's playing with fire, but he sends it back in return.
What a risky fight. So many times I could have gone against him, but Max somehow survives, coasts over top of them, and now he's got a double setup in cave that should just be nigh on insurmountable. Okay, they bail out of that. Leave Buddha behind. Buddha in somewhat of a tough spot here. And it's going to be the B take, it seems. 55 seconds. They're grouping, they're massing, they're sticking around in this. No push down mid. So Max is the one who goes looking for information. He's about to find a whole lot of it. Maybe more than he expected. Oh, a lot more, courtesy of Fallen's Deagle. Still no push from the mid player. The EGT playing it cool. He's rotating back around instead. They'll group numbers in sight. 30 seconds on. Here comes the hit. This could be the round that Furia need. They have to close this gap. They have to find some more kills. Good flashbang. Lethal spray. A TK is part of it. Now the numbers have swung against them, but Fallen is still lighting the way with that Deagle. Finally, a bomb plant on at least, but the round, not quite.
Fallen, the only one able to chirp up there in that round. And the excellent counter utility. Whoever threw that flash really saves them from that round collapsing on 9Z. Fallen starts to crack things open with some nice Deagle work, but the counter utility and the stack that 9Z called out right there was so incredibly quick. And even if you had that 4v5, you did get that big info play late into the round, spotting out pretty much the squad there of Furia. This gun round is going to put Furia in a position where either they can stay afloat or have to win 6 in a row. Already finding an opening here, good for Art, but he's so quickly traded. Wasso Peak does not let the success linger for long. We're equal. Fallen sent up into Martinez's crosshair. Little does he know. Sees the flash. Avoid it for now. Just watches out. But it's going to give him a re-peek here off that flashbang knowledge.
Look at this donut presence, though. The question is, can the bomb rotate? Well, with Fallen claiming that kill, they might just going towards B regardless. Now they got both sites. They don't know what to do with it. Bomb's rotating, but it's going to go A main? Oh, no. Wait. Okay, Buddha strikes early. How could he know that the bomb was coming from spawn? But there was a moment here where things could have gotten massively out of hand.
Oh.
They still might. Bomb doesn't know which way to go now. How much time is left? 45 seconds. Cello can reroute. If they pinch the A main player, they know where they two are. They got 3 players on the A side of the map. But no, Cello's sticking around towards B, which will give Max a chance to move. But Max, knowing there was presence on A, thinking he just found a lurk. How do you read this? How do you read that the bomb is here? Cello will get the bomb planted. Buddha will be forced into a save. And this should be all but guaranteed around for Furia.
Yeah, the bomb just moves out solo in B. And
It's insane.
in the back,
How do you
in
predict
the back
this?
Of his mind, he's just thinking, okay, well, that means, well, Buddha's mollied off. He has no info on where these A players have gone. There's no way there's the solo bomb that we don't know where he is walking up on me, and so he obviously tries to help out his teammate. So it might look a little bit silly, but you can understand 9Z's confusion, because nobody in their right mind would make those sort of crazy moves at a scoreline like this when your man advantage was kind of being disrupted. Furia will hang in there. Map delivering. 9Z. Again, I've had a couple opportunities, I would say, to get grab 12. A 3v5 was one of them. But they have been locked at 11 for quite some time now. Too long. In their brains, that's for sure. But back with the guns in hand here. Can they finish the job? Up to the task of this A-side defense. It's Huaso Peak. GGT also coming to support. Why not bring Buddha involved? Get the whole squad ready to go here on this A defense, because it is coming your way.
Cello dropped down. Cello checked. First one bounced. Spam's good. DGT should not be long for this world. In fact, he burns up. Up, down. And Yuri with the follow-up. Now this brawl for A, having great results. That's a nice shot for Waso. Keeps the numbers even. And they don't have these footholds forward. Furia thinking about bailing, but that trade, they've lost all their control on A. It's down to a 2v2, and they're reassessing. There's still 50 seconds. They can reroute. They can regroup. K. Serrato and Art. With it all to do. The world on their shoulders right now. And donut control for the two remaining 9Z players. So they won't risk mid. Can't risk mid. It's the full rotate around. But if 9Z figure this out, if they start early, well, they're going to lose the foot race at this point. This bomb is going down on B. A post plant will be guaranteed.
It is. Start the bomb. Now they realize, with 8 seconds left and no one out towards A, that it's only one way in towards the B side. Huaso Peak and Martinez joining up. There is not a kit. Oh, 10-second defuse is what is going to be required.
That's painful.
They're still just crawling through cave right now, slowly but surely trying to inch their way into this round, but footsteps start to be heard. They gotta get loud about things. They know they can't play it out slow, so both players now revealed in the cave, and yeah, I mean, not a chance in this world they would make that happen. They call it before they ever even give a shot off.
That lack of a kid is just killer. That is just a backbreaker. And Furia, speaking of backbreakers, are going to snap the spine of this 9Z economy. With the two players saved, they should be all right. They should be all right to get a buyout here. At least something approaching a full one. But we've got 11-11. We're going the distance here either way. And 9Z have watched this lead just melt like ice cream in a hot sun. What do they got for us? Max has been your guy with the MP9. He's been the magic maker. They could use a little Max magic right now.
They could. To shut things down. He has led his team all the way through this qualifier. In terms of the impact here, can he deliver when it matters the most? Can they find themselves? Matt Pointer, are Furia going to be the team that finds it first is a big question. And probably a big shock. If you look just 5 rounds back. There was no kills from Furia at the beginning of this half, but now they can find no deaths here. Fallen, zoomed up, ready to go. Misses his shot, Max. Lucky to walk away with his life right there, giving that jiggle over.
Got the forward position from Cello on the ramp, though. The grouping for this hit, it's a heavy lean towards the B side. Light presence on A. 9Z have read this correctly. Question is, do Furia commit? They could try and bail out towards window. With Art starting to make his move, Caserado rather, that might be their intention. Smoke up in the cave, 40 seconds, never mind. No, they're bunching back up, and at this point, time is short. Time is short. This is going to be the B play. It has to be. Caserado, that's enough to pull? Okay, no. Martinez realizes in time. Was about to try the rotation towards A, but it was premature. Here they go. Spam on the Buddha.
On the site.
20 seconds. 20 seconds, Cole. Now they have to get through the gauntlet. The full stack is coming through from 9Z, but they've taken cave. That's the first step. Buddha answers it. The op on the angle, though. Bomb's going to be planted open. This is so ambitious that there's still player alive. Oh, and it's denied, but the bomb is down. It all falls to Caserado. At least the numbers punched in. Half a second to spare, maybe. They know where Caserado is. They got the idea. They got the read, but they're just into his crosshair. Caserado. The star has come alive, and it's just going to be a stick. Caserado's not calling the bluff. DGT's just stuck it. Oh, right under his nose. No hesitation, no fear. And it's series point for 9Z.
I tell you what, the best way you can avoid catastrophe is by peeking into Caserado right there if you're DGT. And so instead he just goes for the full stick, and Caserado did not expect that one at all. 9Z, they find themselves on series point qualification to IEM Dallas point first, and it's the last time out here for Furia. They're calling it out. But look at 9Z. I mean, even in a win, they take so much damage. They walk away with a single rifle. And Martinez still able to bring the op out and influence the round. But what and or who is going to be that closing factor here for 9Z?
They want to get frisky. They want to get aggressive here. In towards mid this time. DGT trying to lock down the B main approach. Flashbang to slow him up. Fury have read this, but look at how much map control they've had to concede as a result of it. They want to funnel in towards A. It's a good read react. Look at how active 9Z are being on these rotations. Already in towards mid. Martinez close at hand. DGT. Gonna shift up in towards Donut. We've got Buddha and Spawn rotating through the temple. So they've got bodies on. They're ready to respond now to what Fury is trying to throw at them. But that molly's a little deep. Spaced by the big box. And a smoke in is enough to push Furia back. A minute on the clock. Time became a pressure in that last round. Got very close to it in the round prior. And Furia having slowed the pace. Now having to contend with the undefeated time itself. So in towards A they will go once more. Into the breach. 35 seconds. This is the commit now. You got Wasso.
Molly.
Still here. Oh, they're going to think this is clear. They're going to think this is clear. The tick. They don't hear it. There's too much noise on the site, and it's a shutdown. 9Z are 1 kill away from going to IEM Dallas. Can they punch their tickets now with one headshot in Caserado? The hero of the last. So much more to do here.